Hello, everyone. So today is going to be a very short one. I'm going to take you all through how to set up data collection using Google Forms. So it's for people who have used Google Forms before now. It's just the same process, but it's just that now we want to use it for data collection from for our classes, so that we can all be using the same data structure, but everyone will be having access to different data points. So once you are done with these Google Forms, you are going to give it out to people in your circle. At least 50 people should fill the form. At least 50 should fill the form. At least 50 should fill the form. So send it out to people, let them fill the form. Then the data sets you download is what you are going to use for yourself. Then definitely it's going to be the same with what the tutor or the trainer is going to be using in our classes. So it's just based on the feedbacks we got that the data sets that we always use, you want access to the same data set so that we're all going to be using the same data set. So that's why we are here. So let's just get into it as soon as possible. So I will be sharing my screen to Google Forms so that everybody can follow. So what we are basically doing today is to see how we can use our Google Forms to see how we can use it for data collection and the like. So that's what we want to do. Once again, okay, screen share. Sure. Sorry for that. So now we want to quickly go to this place. All right. So please, the first step is for you to click on this icon, then go to Forms. So you click on Forms, then you would have access to your forms. Then you click on blank form. So you click on blank form. Then on top of your form, you can name it anything. I will name it ABIMS dataset. Name it AB ABIMS dataset. So that's what we are in. In India. So this is for collecting data for trading process. So that's it for setting up your your form. The next thing is the questions you are going to be asking. So we have this set of questions, we're going to give it out to people. But one other thing is, once you are done setting up all of these questions on the Google Forms, we want you to also add at least three questions that is unique to you, three other questions that is unique to you or the kind of work you are doing or the kind of question you want to be asking during all of our training. So just ask questions, add three other questions that are unique to you. So we would want to see it when you present. Okay, this is the data set you got from the general structure from the class, then the three other questions you added. So this is what you got from that. So you're going to be giving us those two. So please kindly pay attention to that. So the first question is age. And please note in front of each of the question, we have put in the kind of variable it is so that it would help you know, okay, which kind of option you're going to select when you get to Google Forms. For the first question, we are looking at age. So you can just copy age, copy, then come here, then paste age. However, you have to be you have to be cognizant, you have to take cognizance of the kind of response you are expecting from people. Age, if you are asking for people's age, oh, what is your age? You can just write age or write what is your age. Any of the two, anyone you want to use, so anyone. You cannot expect people to have multiple choice in that. So that would be something that they will put in answers. So you click on short answer. So that's all. That's it. Then you click on required so that people would always answer that question. So all of the questions that we're going to be having today, please ensure that they are all required so that people will not, jump some of the questions. So please ensure that everybody fills the question. If people jump the question, that means that you'll be having missing data. So we are not working on missing data now. So we want all of the questions to be complete. So put in required. Then once you are done with the first question, please note each people should key in the data. Not it should not be multiple choice. It can be paragraph, you can put paragraph, no problem. But it should not be multiple choice, it should not be checkbox, it should not be drop down. Definitely, you are not uploading any file. It's not a linear scale. It's not a rating. It's not a multiple choice. It's either short answer or paragraph. But because it's a short answer, it's just not short answer is fine. So let me also take my time to take us through all of other things or options that you can have on any question. So you can have multiple choice. So that's when you want people to pick one option out of many options. You can have checkbox when you want people to pick multiple options. So that maybe you're asking questions about pick the food that you like. The people can like beans and rice. People can like multiple foods. So in that case, you use checkbox, but multiple choice will not work there. Multiple choice means that people they have multiple choice to pick from, but one option that they can choose. Drop down is the same thing as multiple choice, so you can always use. But I use most times I use multiple choice and checkbox. If you want them to upload a file, maybe you're asking for their picture, then you pick file upload. If you want them to do linear scale, maybe you're asking for between 1 and 5, how painful is this thing? Then you can use linear scale. You want them to rate just like you do rating whenever you finish watching your YouTube videos. Then do rating. If you need multiple choice grid, well, we'll get to multiple choice grid. Multiple choice grid is used for when you have multiple options under one thing. So, but then let's leave that one for now. Let's most of our questions for now are focused on short answer, paragraph, and multiple choices. People check boxes. Yeah, they also have check boxes. So it's around all of these four. So that's all for now. Then the next one is gender. So you can see that gender is categorical in nature. It's either the person is male, female, or we can leave out this non-binary and prefer not to say. Well, we can put prefer not to say. Then we go here, we click on this plus sign to add question. Then we add gender. Then just since it has multiple levels, so we put multiple choice. So I put multiple choice here. Start to put male, male, click here. So try not to say that's all. That's very easy. And the next one, you have education level. Then you come here, you put education level, then you start to put the education level. That's also categorical in nature. So primary, secondary. So just be clicking and put all of these things are very easy. Primary, secondary, tertiary, which is technique, university, 3. That's all. Then the next one is employment status. So let's put employment status, click on employment status. Next one is yes or no. So it's multiple choice also. Yes, no. Whether you employment status. So I say yes or no. Employed, um, self-employed, then probably not unemployed. As let's use those 3. Let's use employed, unemployed, self-employed, and let's remove this one. Then the next question I want to ask is how many hours do you spend online per day? How many? You can see that that's not categorical. So with this, how many hours you spend? Change this one to short paragraph. And don't forget required, please put it on required so that you won't have missing data. If you don't put on this required, you would have missing data. So you have to ensure that required is on for all of your questions. And the next question is, how many cups of coffee do you drink daily? How many cups of coffees do you drink daily? So you can see that there is one issue, and I added a new question. It came up. So I can first do what I want to do. Question, then drag. So you look for where you can see that my cursor changed from something like a mouse to something like an arrow. So I can drag down. Yeah. So if you have such problems, always do that. Then the next one is, how often do you exercise weekly? How often do you exercise weekly? So this, how often do you exercise weekly? Next one, phone. So, so, so the next one, want to add strongly agree, strongly disagree. That's written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one is strongly disagree, two is disagree, three is neutral, then four is agree, then five is strongly agree. So I can just say, okay, please, I often feel overwhelmed. Put it there. Say multiple choice. Yeah, strongly. So one, and we don't usually ask you, we use multiple choice. Okay, well, okay. Let me use linear scale. Since we used the same question here, it's from 1 to 5. Strongly agree, strongly disagree. So one will be strongly disagree, then strongly agree. So that's about that. Then that's how you continue till you are done. Then you add just three other questions that you should ask. You just add to it. So once you are done setting up all your questions, everything is fine. You're putting your title, you're putting all of these. Next thing is just go to click on publish, click on manage. So then you say anyone with access to the link, responder. You see responder view, anyone with access to the link should be a responder. So that's it. Then just look at once this is checked, that's all. Click on done. So it will now help you generate a link. So once you click on publish, it will generate a link. So you can click on shorten URL. Then copy the URL, Control C, or you click on copy here. You can see copy to clipboard. Then you can copy it anywhere. So if you look at this place now, I can paste that link here. So this is the link you're going to send to people when you are done with your question. So this is the link you're going to send to people, other people, so that they can help you fill your questionnaire. So once you send this link to them, they will be able to fill your questionnaire. So once they click on submit, you'll be able to see your number of responses here. So if once you get your 50 responses or more than 50, then you click on this icon, then you can click on download responses. Once you download responses, that's all for this week. So on Saturday, we're going to talk about how we are going to use that data set. I'm also going to collect my own data so that everybody will be on the same pedestal. We are all updated. We are using the same thing. We are using the same data points and the likes. So that's all for now. But please go through the questions. You can always go back to your questions and look at it. Ensure that you set up your question and everything is fine. So I'll send this link, which is this these questions, and I'm going to send you the link to our own data set so that you can check the two and see if they map to what you are doing. Then, like I said, just click on responses. Once you number of responses will go up as people are filling and submitting. And once the number of responses goes to 50, you can click on this button here, then click on download responses. And that's it. Oh, to publish, just click on publish and click on publish. So it's very easy to follow through. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm so glad to able to do this with you all today. So see you some other times. Bye.